What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Wilson, and you're about to see the most manual water changes you have ever seen. It's from a dude. He's got a ton of fish tanks. And let me just give you a rundown of who he is. And you may know him, but I highly encourage you sub him by clicking here. And all of the places to follow him or find him are right below in the description. He's a former Marine. He's a dad. He holds his own career, his own business. Former president of the Michigan Cichlid Association. He is a part of the American Cichlid Association. He's on the board, and he's a part of the Aquatic Lounge as an admin team member, and he runs his own business, CUNNINGHAM'Scichlids.com. I'm talking about Josh Cunningham. Give him a sub, check him out on Facebook, check his business out. But now for the next 40 minutes, sit back, relax, and enjoy Josh Cunningham as he takes us through his ridiculously expansive fish room in his garage. Josh Cunningham, it's all you, brother. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? This is Josh Cunningham, J Cunningham 0295, Cunningham Cichlids on YouTube, Cunningham Cichlids on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So I'd like to thank Jason Wilson for having me on, giving me a spot on his channel. I haven't done one of these in a while. I know I've been asked on my channel as well to do a fish room tour, updated fish room. The last one I did, my tanks were primarily Tanganyika fish. I've since changed over. Now I got some more Victorians, and I've got some different Malawi predator groups that I'm working with. So it's been probably a good year since I did the last fish room tour and walked everybody around my room. Currently I have 96 tanks running. I have a spot for 4 more. I plan to probably get those 4 this year and finish it off. For those of you that see my monthly newsletter, you see the updates I've been sending out, trying to do once a month. If you don't get my monthly newsletter, stop over on my website, CUNNINGHAM'Scichlids.com, and you can subscribe, and every month you'll get an email from me, and I show new fish that's coming in, talk about some changes in the room or different groups we're working with, and trying to breed and spread around the hobby. So with further ado, again, I'd like to thank Jason Wilson for giving me a spot on his channel, and let's go check out some fish. Alright, let's go check out some fish and some tanks here. So what we have here to the right, still it hasn't really changed, is my fry tank setup, grow out tank setup. So I have 515s on top, 520 highs on the bottom, and supposed to be 520 highs in the middle, and supposed to be 5 on the bottom. But I had one leak, so I had to take it out. So I got a replacement in the garage. I just haven't set it back up yet. But let's see what we got in some of these tanks here. Well, here we got some F1 Parasiprochromis Negroprinus fry. This is this breeder box here. We also have some down here, can't see too well with the glare in the tumbler. Here we have some Lamprologus coniguensis, which will be going to an auction on Sunday as a giveaway for raffle prize. Here we have some of my fry from some of my hat groups that have started to breed. So this tank's got some Exochromis anagenes and some Mylochromis high reef. And then here we have some Hookochromis Horitanias that are available on my website. If you're interested, I actually have 8 left, I believe. 4 are spoken for. Here we have some Shilotilapia euchylus, which is thick lip, Haplochromis, and some yellow labs. Of course, they're going to take off behind the sponge filter because they don't like the camera. So here we have some Ostetilapia awadi. It's a Victorian that I'm growing out. I need to put them in a bigger tank soon, though. Here we have a pair of super red bristlenose. There's the male. The group I'm working with, the female, she just went into this cave there. And we have some calico bushy nose here. There's the male in there. Probably sitting on some eggs again. There's some little ones around the tank you can see swimming around. Female somewhere in here. She's down under there. You see the tail wagging. And then here we have a pair of Lamprologus melii. They're probably in the shells. I just did water change on this rack, so they're kind of skittish. Down here we have some Entochromis periopus, Victorian that I used to work with. These are fry that I got back a hold of, so I was glad to get back a hold of them again. So this is an empty tank, and we have an empty tank over here. Here we have just a male Victorian that's a jerk. So I have Hepachroma species all red, so he'll be going to the auction on Sunday, so I can free that tank up. Then over here we have 620 longs. We have again some more fry over here. We have some Hexachromis anagenes, but these are more Mylochromis lustraga high reefs in here. And then down here we have another tank of fry. These guys are Hexachromis anagenes and Portomele species Hertes. And then here we have some Copritochromis yellowfin, Burlei yellowfins. There's a bunch in there. These guys are spawning like crazy. So down in this 20 long we have a trio of Lamprilobus clipterus. Have never spawned for me. This female is hanging out on the shelf quite a bit. I don't know. There's the male. There's another female there. So maybe I'll get some fry from some soon. Who knows? And then over here, same setup. We have 5 15-gallon tanks. We have 5 20-gallon highs on this rack and 5 20-gallon highs on the bottom rack. So off this rack, and then I'll go through some of my bigger breeder tanks. So here's some more fry in this tank. We have some Aristochromis christii and Eucychroma species blue tip fry. These guys are going to 40 long tomorrow. Get out of this 20 high. Here we have some more Copritochromis yellowfin, Burlei yellowfin, some Hexachromis anagenes, and some Eucychromis blue tipped. Again, these guys are going another 40 long tomorrow. So I start getting some of my 20s open again. Here we have some newer fry, some new Hexachromis anagene fry, and I have some Mylochromis lustraga high reef in the tumbler. A couple eggs fungus. I got to get them out of there tomorrow. So the rest of the batch don't fungus. So here we have some Mylochromis lustraga high reef in this breeder net. And then I have some Plastochromis. It's hard to see them, but Plastochromis species Jalo reef back there. Just the first female spawning. It's really small. Just had a batch of like 6 or 7 this time. Up here we have some more fry. We have some Plastochromis phenochylis tanzanians that I need to separate from my Mylochromis lustraga, because the Mylochromis lustraga are growing at a faster pace than the Plastochromis are growing. So those will need to be separated in these 20 highs down here once I pull them apart tomorrow. And then here's a whole other tank of Plastochromis phenochylis tanzanians and a whole tumbler full of. Again, I gotta get a fungus egg out of there. I didn't just notice that, but a tumbler full of Plastochromis phenochylis. Those I'm gonna split into 2 tumblers tomorrow. Give the other one some more room so they can hatch a little better. So, needless to say, my Plastochromis group is going crazy for me right now. So, all right, now let's check out some breeding tanks, and then I have some more grow out tanks in the back. But these are pretty much my fry racks. So, we can turn around. So here we have a 165 and a 150. So in this 165, they're all going to get skittish now that they see a camera, but we have my Plastochromis phenochylis Tanzanian group. There's a female back there that's holding. So right now there's 4 males in this group. I think there's a 5th one right there. It hasn't popped yet, but these guys are made up of a group from some breeders from a local breeder here, and also a guy in New York, and also some of them came from Imperial Tropicals. So I'm really happy with this group and the production that they've been able to do so far as breeding, because this is one of my favorite fish that I had a group for a while. Had a group a long time ago, and I ended up losing them down the road. So I'm glad I got these guys back to work with again. So. And then down here we have some Plastochromis. They want to eat. Of course, cichlids always want to eat. If you have them, you know what I'm talking about. But down here we have some Plastochromis species Hertes. There's one of the subdominant males. There's the big boy dominant male there. Another subdominant male. So these guys are always wanting to eat. There's a female holding again in there, so they've been producing pretty well. There's 4 males in there and 6 or 7 females. There's another subdominant male right there that hasn't colored yet. But so far 3 males have colored, so I'm pretty happy with that. Got some universal rocks in here for decoration. Really happy with those. You'll see those are in some of my other tanks as well. Starting to convert over from the Boulder rock I used to use with my Malawi tanks into these universal rocks. So I got to do another order actually to get some more sets to keep going with what I'm doing. I do have a female in here holding. She's somewhere, I don't know where, probably back here. She's been hiding a little bit, getting chased. So I don't know, she's somewhere around here. But we keep walking around. Here we have a 125. These guys are Tenio Prayer Botralis. I know I'm butchering the name. I'm not good with Latin names. But this is 2 males and 9 females right now. This group came in from 2 weeks ago. This coming Monday from Trevor O'Shea at the Wonder of Cichlids. Really happy with these guys. Nice, cool open water sand sifter. Again, got some universal rocks for tank decor in there, and a couple boulder rock back there just covering up the air stone so it doesn't show. But really liking these guys, the way this tank's coming out, what they're turning out to be. So I'm trying to get some more. I'd like to get a couple more males and maybe a couple more females. Those of you that know me, or I talked about it before, I don't like 1 male, 2 male groups, because if you only have 1 male and you lose the male, then you gotta go scramble to find another one. I find with 2 males, they can pick on each other very easily, so if you have a 3rd one, it kind of deters, or a 4th one, it kind of deters the male from picking on each other. So, or they do, but there's another one to help break up the aggression. Down here we have my Plastochromis and a 125. These guys are Plastochromis Madoka White Lips. So there's a nice male there. So these guys are starting to grow out, get a little aggressive. I think they're trying to spawn soon here. There's a female Copriochromis Gertzi in here with them, but these guys are starting to take off, and hopefully they'll breed soon. But I think I'm male heavy. I think they picked off some smaller females along the way growing out. So we'll see what I end up with. We keep going. This tank's a little cloudy. I just got done doing a water change in it, and also just switching out the rocks to the universal rocks that I had. Last set of gray rocks I had to finish off this tank. So these guys are Mylochromis Lestraga, or not Mylochromis Lestraga, excuse me. I got Mylochromis Lestraga upstairs. These guys are Mylochromis Ericatania Amandas. There's 4 males and I think 10 females in this group right now. I'm trying to, I got some from a local club. I got the rest from Dave Schumacher. So I'm working with Dave Schumacher on getting a couple more males and 4 or 5 more females for these guys. You can see the universal rocks, and I like setting up all my tanks like they're show tanks, even though I'm breed them. I breed and fish in them. I still like to make them look like they're show tanks. So I like stackable rocks. It's pretty cool how they stack together and covered up with some sand on there. Nice trick I learned from Jay. And then also some more over here. So that's my 180, 150 underneath. It's empty. It used to be my Pibwe Frontosas, but I sold those guys a couple weeks ago, so now I'm working on getting the group list. Well, you'll see what group I'm going to get. I'm not going to spoil it yet. I have to see if they come through and if they come in. But another group of Predator hats that I'm looking to put in the 150. So over here we have some 125. We have some Tropheus Mori Red Rainbow Kazangas. These guys are available. Breeding group, wild caught. So if you're interested, let me know. Price is $650. There's 20 of them in there. So, nice group of red rainbows. They see me with the camera, so they don't know, like, what do we do? We just got a camera out. Oh no! I know this doesn't show too well either on the phone with the glare, so, but they're a nice group. Down here we have a 125 that's just got a couple fish in it. We're going to restock this. I got some Prostochromis rostratus coming soon. That will end up in this tank. I think I'm going to pull all the black sand out and put white sand in it. And we'll put some brown universal rocks in there, and then we'll get it ready for throw out some Prostochromis rostratus. I used to work with them in the past, and I really liked them, so I'm glad to get a hold of them again. So over here on the 40s, triple 40s, we have some Hepochromis Theratarians. Again, these guys see the camera, they're skittish, but there's 2 males for sure. And I think 12 females. So these guys have been spawning. I just haven't got in there to get fry yet out of them to grow up. So I gotta take the next spawn probably. They're fast, they're hard to catch and get out of there. So down here we have some Lithernot species monkey bay, Golden Harbor monkey bays. These guys are just in a 40 long right now. I'm hoping to put them in a 75 here soon. I got some more coming to add to this group, another 7 or 8 probably to add in here. I already have 12. So I'd like to grow out a group, probably 20, and see what I end up with as far as ratio wise and work with these guys. Down here is just a hodgepodge Tanganyika tank. I got a pair of black Calvis Congos in there that spawned. I have just a Cyprochromis species female that I have left. Chilichromis with Bujumbura in the back, and Walter Eye, and a couple Walter Eye, or Walter Eye and then a Bishardi. And then I have Brevis over here just kind of hanging out. Just a hodgepodge tank. The black Calvis spawned once for me and ended up losing the fry because I did a water change in the tank and I shouldn't have. So hopefully they spawn again. Then if we walk over here, another 40 long, we have some Chilichromis Markops in the Dole Bay. So we have 2 pair of these guys. They spawn, but the female doesn't hold long enough, so I'm going to have to take the eggs next time and tumble them because she only holds about 3 or 4 days. And I have some Cyprochromis blue orchids in there. Ignore the dirty glass. I got to do a water change on these tanks tomorrow, so they'll be clean tomorrow when I water change them and then clean the glass at the same time. Here we have some Tachychromis species like Alberts. Right now there's 3 or 4 males. There's a dominant male right there. These guys did spawn and I screwed up and I missed pulling the fry from them, so hopefully they'll spawn again and I can get some fry this time from them. Should have pulled them, and I got lazy and went to come back to them, and it was too late. So here's some not happy see everyday Malawi Guard, Lynchochromis, and Cuticeps. These guys are on my website and available. I think there's 10 that are available. So if you're interested, let me know. I also will be in Chicago next weekend for the swap, so I'll be posting a list there. You can deliver those guys to Chicago. Alright, keep going. Here we have a 20 high. I have a hair algae problem in this tank. I gotta figure out how to get rid of it. If anybody has any suggestions, I'd like to hear. It's kind of nasty. It's one of my probably dirtiest tank I have because of the hair algae. But in here we have a group of Lamproplogus multifasciatus, and there you can see some more fry down there. There's fry back there by the shell. So I haven't really bothered them because they're spawning really well. So I didn't want to take the tank apart and move them. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do: take it apart and clean it, and to get rid of all the hair algae probably. It just looks pretty gross. So sorry, you guys got to see that. But down here we have some Chromatochroma species Lefubu. So these guys will probably go in a 20 long. Try and see if I can work with these guys a little bit in a bigger tank. There's 8 or 10 in there, I think. So we'll see what happens. And down here we have a breeding pair of Blue Azanga ocellatus. There's the male. Here's the female. He's being pretty rough on the female. There's a couple fry. You can't see them; they're too small back there. But there's some fry in there now. I noticed, but he's being pretty rough and keeping her up high. So, and if we keep going, all these guys are hiding in here. They're all 20 fish are all back here. There's some. There we go. Come on a little bit. Lanacara Canadense blue orchid. Some really nice. Some really nice small ones that are starting to. There they kind of go. Starting to color up, and I do have what turned out to be a pair of Protomelus Clarentania. I sold a group I got a while back, and I ended up having 2 that I didn't know I had, and ended up being a pair. So she sold them, but they're only 2 inches or so in there. Again, so they're all skittish. They're all like, "What are you doing? You got a camera?" There's one of them out. Clarentania is right there behind the thing. That's the female. They're all, "Get us out of here. What are you doing?" There's the male right there in the back shooting off. They're skittish. Another male on a car, getting an EC Blue Orchid. Here we have some Nimbochromis Lit Eyes. These guys are also available for sale in or on my website, so they're good 3 inches. If you're interested, let me know. So, again, these guys will also be posted to go to Chicago. So, down here we have some Hippochromis species Hippo Point salmons. There's a male there, another male. There's 1 female, 2 females, so the rest are all, there's 5 males and 2 females in this group. There's some Daniels I use for ditherfish with some of my Victorians. So they did spawn once, but they haven't spawned in a while, so I'm hoping they'll get going again. Victorians usually are pretty prolific, but these guys just aren't really producing too well. Well, we'll take a turn down this way here. I got some 75s I'll show you, and then we'll finish up showing you the back. Here we have some wild-caught Parasuperchromis negripinus and some albino Parasuperchromis negripinus. Say that fast. The albinos are sold, but the blue neon wild group is still available. There's a male there. It's really nice. They're producing a lot of fry, as you can see in the back. I showed you earlier some fry going out. There's another male there. It's kind of distorting them a little bit, but there's another male right there. Nice wild male, blue neon male. So this group's available. If you're interested, let me know. There's a female holding back there. So I just pulled fry last night from 2 other females, so they do produce very well. So if you're interested, again, let me know. Down here in this 75, you don't want to look at the floor, you want to look at the fish. We have some Champsochromis ceruleus, so Malawi trouts. These guys are probably 2.5, close to 3 inches. There's the male back there. I think that's being a jerk, kind of claiming his territory. So we'll see what these guys grow out to be. There's another male, probably another one. They're losing their color. There's an oddball that's in there with them. But so again, these are on my site too. I think the price is $22 a piece or $25 a piece. But nice predator. If you want to grow them out, work with them. Great fish to work with. So, and we'll keep going. Here's another group of new group of hats I got. These are Nasiochromis prostomagome. Say that 3 times fast too. But these guys, there's a nice male there. They're skittish still. These guys I got a couple weeks ago as well. 2 weeks ago Monday from Trevor. So there's one of the males. Again, this tank's got some universal rocks in there for the rocks. Really like how light they are and don't put any stress on the tank and the glass and stuff. Versus using the real rock and boulder rock, how heavy that stuff gets. So this group is 3 males and 8 females. I did have a female holding when they came in, but she didn't end up holding the whole time. So hopefully, I'm sure they'll spawn again here. So down here we have a group of Tropheus that I'm trying to sell. These guys are not showing up great for the camera, so let's do this. Let's move the light a little bit. There we go. These guys are Tropheus species Blue Point, firecracker. Not firecracker, God, cherry spots, sorry. There's a group of 20 available. F1s, 2 different bloodlines mixed in, already breeding. So I'll let this group go for $300 if you're interested. Let me know. I really like to get the 75 back to grow out those Lithrinops in. So again, if you're interested, let me know. And then here we have some Cyprichromis species Blue Flash Mopalungus. Have some yellowtail males and some all blue males. There's going to be an all blue male there. They're a young group, just starting to color and change. 2 different sources on these guys as well. This group will be real nice when it matures. There's a male trying to runs the tank there. And I got some Neolamprologus similis in there with them as well. So you can see some similis there. There's some bigger similis as part of the group breeder pairs. So usually they'll breed here. There'll be a pair that'll breed over here. I sold a couple pairs off that were breeding here. But I got some younger ones in there as well. So down here we have some, I'm not going to pronounce it, so I'll butcher it, but some Kiwinjis hatched. I think these are all females. I'm not good at vetting, but I think there's 5 females in there. If anybody's interested in them, I'll sell them for 40 bucks a piece. Let me know. I think the female spawns. I thought this was a male, but I don't think so now. I think the female spawns by herself in here. So, if you're interested, let me know. I can ship them to you. Same day cargo. Alright, now we'll continue down the wall. Here we have some Neolampolocus obscurus. There's one of them there before they take off. These guys have spawned a couple times, but I never got really any fry from them. So there's a couple more hanging back in there somewhere. Anyway, just a different Neolamp that I thought I'd like to work with, but they're not really doing much for me right now. So there's one that pops his head somewhere. There's that one. Right, there's another one that popping up. But anyways, and here's some Plastochromis species, Electria deep water haps. There's a male and some females. I know this is a smaller tank. I'm trying to breed these guys. In this 40 breeder here. Probably will move them out. Obviously, it's not the right tank for them. I know. So. But just got them in here for now. And down here we have some Manchangas, Hapagromus. I ended up buying a group from a guy and lost the 2 males before I got home with the group. So I'm trying to find some females. If anybody has one, has any, let me know. But I'm trying to. Those are hard to find. Here we have some Neolampolocus Severoy, wild caught breeder pair. So these are F1 offspring in here right now. Here's one of the breeders there. They don't like the fry in there anymore. They're getting mad, so I gotta take the fry out. It's like 3 gems. There's the other one up there. Another part of the adult. So the fry's getting a good size in there, so I gotta take them out before next weekend. Put them in a 20 high over there, and then the pair will start spawning again. Or if you're interested in the pair, let me know and we can talk price on the pair too. Down here we have some Neolampolocus longicatus. Well, it was supposed to be 2 pair. I know that's a male for sure. I'm thinking this is a pair here. And these are extra females that are getting booted from the pair. I don't know. I haven't seen any fry or anything yet, but we'll see what these guys do in here. Pretty cool Neolampolocus. Neolampolocus, not one that's around too often though. So, and then down here we have my Xanthochromous fryeri. The Ali, Legend Blue Ali. This is a wild male. I do have some tank raised females in there with him now. I ended up losing some of his original females. So these guys are tank raised females, but awesome fish. I've had this guy for about 5 years now, so really happy with them. And keep going. Behind me we have some Copridiochromis. These guys are my Copridiochromis yellowfin. Borlei yellowfins. This is the dominant male here. Kind of hanging out. He's beat the other males to the corner over here. And a couple females are chased back around there. She's just running the tank. I got these guys as dithers for my group of Aristochromis Christii. I just haven't moved my Christii over here yet. So I'm trying to get some more females for these Copridiochromis and maybe he'll settle down a little bit more. I'm afraid to move my Christii because they're spawning. I don't know if I move them in here if they'll quit spawning or what. So just gotta see what I feel like doing with those guys. So there you can see them kind of nice looking fish, that's for sure. Yellowfins are nice. Not too often kept. The Borlei, Redfin Candango is kept a lot, but these guys aren't really nice. They're taking off. So. And down here we have a 150. This guy's got my Exochromis anageni breeder and male in there. I do have an extra Mylochromis that I picked up at an auction. I wasn't too happy with the quality, so I just threw it in here for traffic the other night. And I do have another yellowfin Borlei in here for for traffic control, and then some females for the Exochromis. So he did a number the other night on his subdominant male. So I took the subdominant male out of the tank, and I have him healing up. Hopefully he heals up okay before I put him back. And looks like we might have a female holding here. She's spawning right now. Looks like it was down, so she's probably holding. So he's just being ruthless. You can see him picking on that female there a little bit more. So I got another female coming this weekend, and hopefully if I can get hold of some more, I can kind of calm them down a little bit. Also thinking about putting some VC10s in here, so I think this would be a good tank to put 8 or 10 Plastochromis Malomo adults in here and breed those guys and the Exochromis in the same tank. So, alright, we'll keep going with further ado. This is going to be the spot for another 165 on top, 150 on the bottom. I've yet to order those. If you can read my newsletters, you'll see. Just haven't spent the capital yet to get those made. So that'll be a project for probably next month. I already started talking to the guy again so I can get them made. These guys won't come out of here, probably you won't see them. These are Trichochromis out of stigmas. These are a mud spawner. Never spawned for me yet, but I'm sure their tank looks, a little filthy there, but they haven't spawned yet or nothing. So I'm sure they're hiding. They don't like to come out too much. Excuse me. Down here we have some Chrylochromis Frilus Spiralus Utentas. Just a group of Tanganekins that's hanging around. A couple males and more I think 2 males and 5 or 6 females. So we'll keep going. Here we have some Tanganekins. It's Tropheus. These are Tropheus Unectins that are available. There's 20 or 22 Tropheus F1. I'll let them go for like $275 for these, for the 25 of them. Which this is the Nectin, so they get the blue-eyed poly split tail, split lyre tail Tropheus. You don't see them around too often. So if you're interested, again, let me know. I have some oddball trophies down here, some trophies, Bembas hanging out. And then we'll walk around here. Here's some Plastochromis species Jala Reef that I got in from Southeast Cichlids that I'm thinking I want to put with my Tennial Lithronops parapetralis for now. These guys are too big to go with my group upstairs that I have. So I'm thinking these guys are going to get thrown in the 125. Now here's some Trichochromis braschi bloodthroats. I did have these guys holding 2, and to my dismay, I screwed up and missed pulling 5 from the female. These guys are pretty aggressive, pretty neat fish, not too often kept. You can see the male just take off. Plus they don't like the camera either, they're the same thing, camera shy. Here we have a 40 long. These guys are some Protomele species Hirtae that are an inch right now. If you're interested in buying them that small, let me know. I can ship them probably overnight. Wouldn't be a big deal. Or 2-day. And they'd be fine at this size. And I also have some very few Coprochromis green face in there with them now. And I'm growing out. Down this 40 long, we have some Aristochromis Christii. My breeders over there, I'll show you in a minute, and some Labradochromis Ceruleus Nakata Bay White Labs. So, and I have a couple empty 40 longs on the bottom. So we'll keep going around the other side. This is already a 30-minute video. So this one, 25, we have some Plastochromis Gold Mabamba Bays. Got a male and 7 females. So again, I don't like one male group, so I'd really like to get a couple more males for this group. But I know nobody's going to really sell a male, so we'll have to see if I can find one. Find some in Canada, but it'd be like a 7-hour drive to go get them. So, but I might end up doing that just to get some more males in this group. These guys have spawned once, but she didn't hold more than a couple days, so I'm hoping he'll get somebody to spawn with him again here soon. But again, this is some Universal Rocks decor in here. So, and if we go down this bottom 125 here, we have some Nimbochromis livingstoni. Just 4 that I have left. And we have some group of Strigatus. Supposed to be a breeding group, but they haven't bred yet for me. I've had them about a month and a half now, so we'll see if they do something. There's a male and supposed to be a male and what? 4 females, but maybe there is a female holding somewhere. I don't know. I can't see her. I have to look around for her later. See if I can find her. There's a better close up with a male there. Alright, and close up with a livingstoni. Livingstoni are on my site. If you're interested, let me know. Alright, excuse me. So keep going down here. Here we have another 125. They're all again wanting to get fed. Feed me, feed me. These guys will eat all day long if you feed them like that, which you can't because you'll kill them. But and here we have my breeding group of Labradorochromis ceruleus nicata bays. We also have some Protomelus Steveni Eastern. So Fenestratus Steveni Eastern. There's the dominant male there. He does have a female holding. There's another subdominant male, and there's another subdominant male there. So he does have a female holding somewhere. I know she won't eat, so I'm sure she's holding. I see her move her mouth around like she's got eggs in there. We also have a Victorian that's on the cares list in here, and these guys are right there. Euchroma species blue-tipped. I know there's nothing blue about them, but that's their name. These guys always got females holding in there. Alright, down here we have my breeding group of Aristochromis christii. There's the big male. 4 females. And there's a subdominant male right there. There's a subdominant male. But there's the beast. He's every bit of 10 inches plus. Usually keeps everybody in the corner of the tank. He doesn't let anybody down here. He spawns with his females back there. So these guys are pretty awesome. I'd like to get some more males and females, but it's hard to find them at 6 inches or so. Everybody's got them at 3 or 4 maybe, but then I got to grow them out before I can put them with the group. So maybe I'll just convert one of these 125s and grow out some Christii and some Exochromis to put back in the group later. But alright, we'll keep going. Going a couple more tanks. So here we have some more Tanganyikans, some Entioperiopus calissa, species calissa. In there, we have some F1 Cyprichromis maculas that are growing out, and we have some Xenotilapia bellyfish kakis, and that female is holding right there, so I got to take the fry from her. I'll probably do it when I do a water change because you got to take the tank down because they will jump. If you never kept sand sifters, these guys are finicky jumpers and skittish. And you stick nets in there to try and catch them. There's a nice picture of a couple of the males. Nice video. Or close-ups of the male calissa. These guys got a 125 to themselves. I'd probably put them in a 75. If I could free up one of those that I showed you already. And then convert this to a Hapachromis tank. Down here we have some Nimbochromis fuscantaniatus. We have some more Kiwinji haps that are available on my website for smaller Kiwinjis. And I got VC10 hanging out, and I used to randomly all that. There's the male Fusco right there. You can see. And one of these guys is already running the roost of the tank, so he owns the corner over there. Which I'm surprised at this size, but that's what happens. There's the one that's colored up right there. Nice blue on the face already. These guys are only like 3 inches, so really nice size. Really color at this size. So, and then I'll just do my normal plug. So I do sell food on my website, so I do carry PE mysis flakes and pellets. I also have cobalt flakes, omega 1 flake and omega-1 pellets. And of course, I gotta carry North Fin, so North Fin's one of my staples for my fish, so I got some North Fin, cichlid, krill, veggie pellets available. And then I also have some rapashi available that I feed a lot of my fry. I feed them spawn and grow once a day, and then I feed them, I just picked this up, so it's some brine shrimp siftings, and some mysis shrimp siftings, and some plankton shrimp siftings. So those are going to go in some, those will be part of my fry mix when I start. So I feed them a dry mix in the morning or at night, and I feed them the spawn and grow as well the other time. So again, this is my fish room. Like I said, I have 96 tanks in here. Things clearing up a little bit better. So just a shot down the wall, shot over here. So again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks again, Jason Wilson, for a spot on your channel. I appreciate it. And as I'll do some more fish room videos probably on my channel as I get the other 2 tanks in. The other spot, it's a little messy, but over here is where I'm going to put 2 4-foot 120s, or they'll be 110s. They'll be 48 by 24 by 22. So I like to put those over here once I clean this out. So thanks, Jay, for a spot on the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Until the next video, happy fish keeping.
Zoink, Scoob, like, hit subscribe, man. Let's get out of here.